All right, welcome in Tauruses to October. So we are going to tap in and get you a monthly reading for the month of October, see what's going on for you all. Hopefully to help you guys gain some awareness, perspective of just, it could be things going on externally for you or internally. And tarot is just a tool to help us connect and relay messages, information, and guidance so that you can navigate this physical reality feeling more prepared, more educated, and understand things. Sometimes we don't, we're so stuck in the physical that we may have a hard time really looking at a higher perspective to understand why things are happening, what we need to do, what's for our best and highest good. All right, so we are in Libra season, and Libra season, the themes and reflections are around relationships, balance, and equality. So what I'm kind of relaying to everyone as far as the themes, I think the biggest theme around relationships this month is to really understand your relationship with yourself. That is going to be your most important kind of foundational piece that is going to mirror out to you in your external relationships. And that could be physical relationships with people. It can be with your relationship with the earth, with animals. So you have to start with yourself, and it's kind of understanding where are you at with yourself. And you may think, well, that's weird. How can I have a relationship with myself? But it's true. We have our own needs and desires. We have parts of us that are calling out for certain things. Just because, we were a child and we had certain needs and desires doesn't mean they go away as adults. And most of the time, if we didn't get our needs and met as a child, a lot, not just physical needs, right? But it's more around emotional needs. Like, how did your parents show up for you emotionally? And what did you specifically need that maybe was different than your, even your parents or your siblings? Everyone is different. Everyone is a different makeup, and everyone, it's just like plants, right? All plants, flowers, trees, they all need different things. They all need different levels of sunlight. They all need different nutrients, levels of water, levels of care, maybe some less, maybe some more. And that's what essentially our parents should be doing, is tuning in to you as an individual child to understand, what does this child need from me specifically? Care, emotions, physical needs. How much attention do they need? Physical attention, emotional connection. How am I really trying to understand this being? And I'm saying all this because it ties back to you right now. Whatever age you're at, it doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, even 80. We still have those needs. We're all still the same. So as an adult now, maybe we can never fully get that from our parents, but what we can do is give it to ourselves. And that's going to be the key to your transformation and to changing patterns. And to getting out of maybe toxic patterns in relationships and things like that. So wanted to call that out for you, Tauruses. I also lit the heart chakra candle for you guys. I intuitively picked up, there's something around healing, I feel, that is needed for the Taurus collective. This has been a big period of health issues. People focusing on their health. Like, things are really coming to the surface right now. And if you're like, what the heck is going on? It's really, the energies are calling for us. We can't hold on to this density anymore. So if we've been holding back, and you may believe this or not, but really our emotional body is what sets the stage for our physical health. So if you're not in great health, you need to look at yourself holistically and go back to your emotional roots. What are the emotions, even if they're go back to to when you were 5 years old. What emotions am I not allowing myself to face, to feel, to process? And that's going to help you. So I did feel that healing energy. So that is going out to all of you. All right, let's get going to the reading. If anyone is interested in a private reading with me, you can book on my website, which is linked in the description. If you're curious, you can also take a look and get more information there. All right. So we have the Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. Yeah, you have the power. You have the power right now. I feel like you guys have a lot of power, especially Tauruses who are earth signs, who are really good at the physicality of life, at grounding, at manipulating the physical, and manifesting and creating. And this is October is going to be on point for you guys for that. Spider, community and web weaving. Yeah. Using your community as well here. I think, right, we're weaving a web. And the web does also refer to our connections. And what are those connections and how are we weaving those together to create our lives, our reality, our dreams? So utilizing, thinking of that in your connections as well on what are you doing to create like a stable web for yourself, a home. What do you want more of, less? Okay, and then I'll pull a couple of the moon oracles. Enchanted. I'm telling you, this card has been the big trend. This has come out a lot for the zodiac signs. Really what I've been picking up on for October, there is a big shift in October, a good shift. I do feel like there's like this magical energy to October, and it's like right for us to, you know, open up opportunities, to manifest for good things, good experiences. And Jupiter is here, so that's a sign as well that you're going to have some good luck. Nurture. And spontaneous. Yeah, and for you guys, the spontaneous card is really like you're being asked to be more spontaneous. Like if you may have some opportunities or things that pop up out of nowhere, and you might normally be someone who's like, oh, I have to plan, I don't know, I'm not great at just going off the cuff here, but I do feel like the guidance is there's going to be some opportunities for that things pop up, and to take those opportunities. Don't like say no, don't push them away, because there is something about taking the time to nurture yourself, do things that make you feel good, even though it brings up maybe some fear, or if you have the need to control and things to all be planned out. I feel like it's asking you to get out of your normal ways of doing things. And because that sort of way of living, that like needing to control, needing to like have everything aligned, kind of that perfectionist, is just, you know, it's kind of to me, it's a feeling of a prison cell. Like you're basically in a prison of fear constantly, that everything has to be just so, things need to be planned out to a T. And we're being asked, because the only way to connect to enchantment and magical energy, because there is no rhyme or reason to manifested energy, to divine energy, to enchanted energy. It is really something that you can't really grasp and understand 100%. There's no like rule book to this. And I feel like that's what you're doing, is getting out of that energy so you can attract, magnetize more amazing things. Okay, let's move on to the tarot. So we have the Seven of Wands. And this has never come to me with this card, but what I'm picking up for you guys is there's something about needing to gain higher ground and see things from a higher perspective here. You have the owl, who's in the air, who's able to see from a higher perspective. Usually on the Seven of Wands, this person is on like a hill, who they have the higher ground, right? And when you have higher ground than everyone else, you have an advantage. And I think for you guys this month, it's tied to being able to see things differently than other people is going to be of advantage to you all. Nine of Pentacles, the Emperor, so 2 sevens, 7 of Cups as well, the Hanged Man. There's that seeing things differently. And then the High Priestess. So there is some expansion, new, different awareness that you're being called to have this month. Because normally, to get yourself to see things differently, you're going to, all of a sudden, the High Priestess here, you're going to have some, whoa, new wisdom, new insight about yourself or your life in some way. And I think, again, it's going to be of advantage of you. It could be an advantage work-wise, money-wise. There's something came to me about investments too, of having some different perspective, intuitively navigating this month. Navigate with your intuition, not your mind this month, because that is what's going to lead you to some good things. This could also elevate you and give you more power with the Emperor here and make you feel more in control of your life, maybe your wealth, your finances. And maybe also with the Seven of Cups, you may be, this card can also mean, one of the meanings is like spoiled for choices this month. So I feel like something's going to open up some choices for you, some good things. And if you don't want to miss this, right, with the Hanged Man, because if the Hanged Man could be seeing things distorted and could miss some opportunities here. So that's where we need to use our intuition. And if something really pops up and you have to take a risk or have to make a quick decision or act on something with the spontaneous card, I think, again, you need to do that. The Devil, 6 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles. So again, coming up again is this card kind of referring to potentially investments. That could refer to investing money. It could investing time and attention, your physical presence here. But I feel like there's something around a pattern. So this is calling out a pattern that you have, Tauruses. And the pattern is around like give and take. So this could be people who are, they're yes people. They always say yes to their detriment. This could be people who give too much. They give to everyone. They don't have enough energy for themselves. They're tired, exhausted, feeling lack of fulfillment because they're not getting anything back from the relationships. This could be also exhausting resources. So whatever your pattern is around the give and take, this is being called out. And there is this reassessment here of where you invest your time and attention and money. And that's what needs to happen this month. Because we need to find some sort of rebalance here, because you could be exhausting a lot of resources and it's caused you to be stressed out. It could have caused some challenges in your life. Here, 5 of Pentacles, yeah, right on here. You could be having financial constraints. You could feel out in the cold because you give everyone attention, but no one else gives you attention, and you just you need your cup filled, however that may be, financially, physically, emotionally. 10 of Pentacles. Well, look at all these pentacles. There's definitely something, Ace of Wands. Something about this could be money. Definitely some money, wealth thing going on here. But I do feel like you get inspired like this the Ace of Wands is kind of that aha moment, or get like a flash of inspiration to do something. And again, around how you invest your time or resources. Page of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Moon. So this goes back to your belief system around resources or money. This goes back to your childhood. There's something, a belief or pattern that started in your childhood. So going back and looking at your family unit as a child, what was the idea, what, like the energy around money or wealth? Like, what did your parents create in the household? Like, what did you pick up from your parents and learn about wealth or money or finances? Because I do think there's something, right? This is about, the Devil is about that karmic stuff. And Six of Cups is about the past, nostalgic things, belief patterns from childhood. And with the Page of Wands too, I feel like it's referencing childhood here. So there's something that you have pulled forward from childhood, and it's still active in your unconscious here. And it has definitely caused some sort of blocks in your life, challenges. And this is very unconscious, the Moon. This has been very unconscious. So to me, there's some sort of, like, the universe is lighting your wand to gain, it's like light enlightenment here. You're gaining some enlightenment around this so you can shift and change this. So what is this? Let's dig more into this, the Devil and the Six of Cups. What is this karmic stuff around childhood? Tower. Yeah, it's blowing this up. Page of Swords. There's a lot of cautious energy around money. Like, there's always this there's this little bit of fear. Like, oh, fear like I may not have enough, or what if I lose it all, or what if I don't, there is that like little fear and anxiety inside, that caution. You're always cautious about spending money. You're always cautious about money, overdoing it. But the Tower here is really, this is like really getting smashed in your face. So if you've been really going through some financial difficulties and you're really struggling, this is happening to really get you to wake up and change and shift. The only way you're going to shift your experience is to shift your inner belief system and patterns. What's the Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups? So this is shifting our thought process around money to be very logical. How we create abundance and wealth, or even create more physical, let's say, relationships that fill our cup. We have the Ace of Cups, which is the card about filling our cup. And it's really more tied around emotions here. So instead of navigating life through our head, through our beliefs, it's navigating through our heart, through what inspires us, what gives us passion. And that's around believing too that we can have abundance. We can, really the act in the universe of abundance is you need to give like you have abundance to receive more abundance. You have to give without fear. You have to give without, oh my God, am I not going to get it back? Or am I going to just be in more stress here? But there's definitely a new beginning in regards to a shift in your patterns and beliefs that is opening up for you. This has really caused you a lot of heartache, I feel. And it is blowing up a lot of whatever unconscious heartache beliefs that have really blocked your heart. Those are the things that need to really be rooted out, like the weeds of the soul, of the heart. Let's see. And then one more about the Moon. Ten of Swords. Yeah, an ending. So we have to end the old to now gain what we really want here. So something does have to end. Sometimes it can be really hard to change, but something really has to change here, and we can't go back. Again, this is really specific and important about we need to focus on what we really want. And what we don't want, obviously, right? The old patterns, the old fears. But there is definitely something that has to change. This could also reference like an unconscious, deep... this could have happened in the past of some sort of betrayal. Or this is a lot of betrayal or heartache that you've been holding unconscious as well. That's been blocking you from what you really want or your wishes fulfilled here, Tauruses. So this is about a reinvention, a transformation of your unconscious, your beliefs, ideas of things in the physical, and really trying to redefine how you show up. And right, we talked about Libra season is about relationships. What is your relationship with money? What is your relationship in the physical? So this could deal with different things depending on, you know, the person. But there's definitely something, this is really physical things. So money, relationships, you know, something along those two lines. All right, Tauruses. Hopefully that helped you out. Thanks for joining in. Hit that like and subscribe before you leave. And otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.